Hello, everyone. I know it probably seems kind of crazy, but this is the last week of our full week of class. So, this week is actually a very, very simple week. As you can see on your checklist, you don't really have a lot of individual tasks that you're going to be completing this week, and rather, you're going to be focusing primarily on getting a full draft of your final assignment. So, let's look at the checklist very briefly so that we're all on the same page before we look at what is expected of you for your final draft. So as soon as this loads, you'll see that essentially you have 3 tasks that are due this week. The first task, and again, I'm not sure why this is taking a minute to load, but the first task is that you complete, and I'm just going to give up with this right now because it doesn't seem to be working. So we can use the module for the checklist. But the first thing that you need to do on your checklist is read through your chapter for this week, which is He Says, Scratches Out, Contends, Using Templates to Revise. This is a chapter that's based on the process of revision. It's something that's often left out of academic work, and especially, if you think all the way back to your high school classes, revision was often going through and just making sure that you put your period in the right place and you don't spell that wrong or you replace that word with this word or whatever. We're going to be thinking of revision as a broader process in this class. And you've already engaged in this even if you didn't know that you did. Because up in week 4, you have already completed a draft, submitted it. You've already gotten feedback from me. Then you've resubmitted a draft to a partner in a peer review and gotten feedback from that. So that is the process of revision: submitting, getting feedback, changing, and then going back to the drawing board over and over and over again until you have something that you feel proud of. So this chapter this week is going to be dealing with the concept of revision as a longer practice and how to use some of the templates that we've been thinking about this semester in the process of revision. Then the only major assignment that you have this week is to get your second draft in. So whereas the first draft was only 5 pages, you can see that this draft is 8 to 10 pages. So you're going to finish drafting your research paper and put out an entire full draft. You're going to be taking all these skills that you've been learning and putting them to use in this process. So you're going to be using, again, you have to write a paper that is argumentative. You have to write a paper that is research-based, so you're using the research that you completed in your annotated bibliography. And then you're going to produce a full argument in 8 to 10 pages. Now, just like the first draft, I want you to remain using a template. If you have deviated from this template, you can always format your document in the manner of the template so it's not all lost if you've gone too far from it, or you can copy and paste into this template after you download it. The reason for this is just that you keep all of your work in the same place and basically in the same form. It helps your reader to follow your argumentative structure a bit better than if your work was, different from paper to paper or document to document. The only other thing that you need to do this week is complete your week 6 writing journal, reflecting on the process of your full draft, talking about how it feels to finally turn it in, and go from there. So just so you know, this is our last full week, and then December 8th, which I believe is next Wednesday, is our final, is when your final paper is due. And you can see, just so that we can look ahead a little bit, I don't even think I have a time yet, but it'll be due by midnight on December 8th. So once you submit your final paper, you are done for this class. But what I'm going to do on Sunday night, or Monday morning rather, after I receive everyone's drafts, I'm going to go through and I'm going to read each one and try to give you some pointed comments of what I think you can revise to get a better grade in the final assignment for this class. So essentially, you can even think of this as an opportunity to get your work pre-graded, meaning I'm going to look at your work before I assign you a final grade. If you submit your draft, this is just like the last one. You'll likely get 100 if you fulfill the research requirements and the argumentative requirements. But then in the next couple of days after that, I'm going to give you feedback. Now, just like in any writing process, it's your choice what to do with that feedback. You can take it, you can try to fix your paper and try to work on it over the next few days, or you can say, screw it, I've been working on this for a really long time, I'm proud of what I got, I'm willing to just see where it lies as we grade for the final paper. So the reason that I have you turn in a full draft before the final paper is so that you can get a chance to get or an opportunity for some pointed feedback before you actually have the kind of high stakes evaluation of the final grade. So, just like any other week, again, you're doing a lot of intellectual heavy lifting on your own. So, I assume there might be times where you might be confused, you might be tired, or you might just be tired of looking at your document and you need some fresh eyes. That's why there's this office hours link, so please use it. Set up an appointment with me. Again, I don't meet on the weekends, but I would be more than happy to sit down with you and talk about your paper. Now, just so you know, I've had quite a few students make office hours appointments and then not show up. This is absolutely unacceptable, and you need to make sure that you show up to any appointment that you make, because I actually organize my day around these appointments. I'll make sure I don't go run an errand or, don't cook my family dinner until I get all my work done, and then I'm sitting and staring at my computer waiting for someone to show up. So if you make an appointment with office hours, just please make sure to take a note of it, put it on your phone, put it on your calendar, and then show up to the link on time, and it should give you a Zoom link. And if you have any questions, any problems with any of this, please, please, please reach out to me. Let me know what's going on, because I want to be able to help you and usher us through the very end of the semester as smoothly as possible. All right, y'all, good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.